So I'm sure you guys all know Raytheon, the weapons manufacturer. It's one of the largest arms manufacturers in the world. And I want to show you a company phone call. This is the transcript from the Raytheon phone call. Okay, so this was their fourth quarter earnings call from 2021. And I want to show you what they have been saying about world politics right now and how these people think. Okay? Are you ready? So this is the CEO of Raytheon, okay? Greg Hayes. And he says here, he says, I think the answer is obviously we are seeing, I would say, opportunities for international sales. We just have to look to last week where we saw the drone attack in the United Arab Emirates, which have attacked some of their other facilities. And of course, the tensions in Eastern Europe, the tensions in the South China Sea. All of those things are putting pressure on some of the defense spending over there. So I fully expect we're going to see some benefit from it. I would say, though, that that should there be hostilities, whether it's in the Middle East or whether it's in Asia Pacific region, you're not going to see an immediate benefit here because what you'll see is a reallocation of inventory. I'll explain that in a second, but do you see what he says here? I fully expect we're going to see some benefit from it. Like he's the CEO of Raytheon is just casually saying that, oh yeah, you see this war and this destruction, this brewing over in Yemen and, with Ukraine, Russia and in the Indo-Pacific and the South China Sea. That's good. We're going to see some sales. Like they're just so brazen about it, right? They're just so callous. Like, yeah, this is good for business. I'm glad there's war. I'm glad the world is falling apart and people are going to be killing each other. This is great. And it might take a while, though, because in the next paragraph, he says, it might take a while, though, because they're going to have to use up that inventory and then they're going to come and buy to restock their supplies. They're going to come and buy from us. I mean, this is so disgusting. Like, I'm not surprised, but I'm still disgusted, because these people are murderers. They make money from murdering people. He just said it right there. We're going to see some benefit from it, right? So they're happy. They're excited about wars potentially starting. Christ, I mean, this is basically, let me give you an analogy. It's like someone who runs a pharmaceutical company saying that, well, we've seen an upsurge in cancer patients and such and such disease, and we're going to see some benefit from that because people are going to come buy equipment from us and they're going to come buy they're going to come buy drugs to treat those ailments, and that's good for us. That's good for business. Jesus, they're so disgusting. I mean, I don't even know what to say. It really speaks for itself. It really speaks for itself. Absolutely disgusting. And make no mistake, just last week, when Saudi Arabia was bombing Sana'a, the capital of Yemen, and they bombed a prison. They bombed a prison and killed 70 people in a prison who posed absolutely no threat. Guess what they found in the rubble? Raytheon bombs with the serial number, the make, the model. Everywhere you look. Invasion of Iraq, Raytheon. Tons and tons and tons of money from the invasion of Iraq. Afghanistan, tons and tons and tons of money. Everywhere you look. Raytheon has a hand in it. Every single war, every single military engagement by the United States, they have a hand in it. They have blood on their hands. Every single one. They're one of the top weapons manufacturers. And of course, with those weapons, comes, a lot of money and government contracts, right? So Lockheed Martin is another one. Boeing is another one. Northrop, they all make various devices. So some of them will build aircraft and also ordinances and payloads. And so they're diversified, right? They have a very diverse portfolio, as they say. But Lockheed Martin is certainly way up there. And they're shameless. They're pretty shameless about it, right? They're happy that there might be war between Ukraine and Russia. They're happy that there's AUKUS now. As you recall, the UK, the US, and Australia have formed a military alliance. So that, of course, would be to antagonize China in the South China Sea, in the Indo-Pacific. even though, Joe Biden doesn't say it that way, but he'll say, we're bringing stability to the Indo-Pacific, as if, they have any business there. But this really gives you an insight into how these people think. And you have to understand something. This isn't just some arms company that is going to see money coming in because there are wars and they're happy about that. These weapons manufacturers are the government. They are the government. Joe Biden's defense secretary, Lloyd Austin, where was he before he became the defense secretary? The day that he took the job, the day that he became defense secretary, the same morning he quit. Guess where he quit his job? He has a board position. Raytheon. What am I supposed to say? So you have someone who is the Secretary of Defense. He's in charge of the decisions that are meant to keep America safe, right? As they say. There's nothing to do with keeping America safe or security. It's about making money. And this is why you have a country like America, which is, run by corporations, because there's a revolving door. You have people going out of the government into the private sector, into these companies, and then they work with lobbying groups to shape and mold foreign policy decisions, domestic policy, and the only person benefiting from this, the only people benefiting from this are the companies. So you have someone who works who had a board member at Raytheon who's now the defense secretary. Do you really think that he's going to make decisions based on what's good for America's security? Again, the United States has Canada at the top and Mexico underneath, two strong allies. I don't really know what threat anyone poses to America, but do you really think that he's going to make decisions based on what's good for the country or what's good for his wallet and his friends' wallets? Use your brain. Don't be so stupid. Why do you think Barack Obama put bankers and big pharma people in his cabinet? Because these are the people who run the government. And this is how they think. Do you get this now? It's that simple. It's this clear cut. They are driven by profit. That's their only incentive. They're not driven by a duty, of public service. They don't care about this. This is nonsense. It's a cover story. These people are interested in money. That's all they're interested in. And this is how they think. They like war. So when you see the United States saying things like, well, Russia is threatening to invade Ukraine, and Ukraine and Russia are both saying, no, I mean, it's fine. No, they're starting something. When you see the United States saying that, Iraq has weapons of mass destruction and insisting and lying about it, and then going and bombing that country. And when you see the United States saying that, Bashar al-Assad used chemical weapons, and the OPCW, the people who are the scientists in charge of investigating that find nothing of the sort. Do you understand now why these things are happening? Because it's all profit driven. They start wars based on lies to make money. And this is how they think. They love it. They're happy about this stuff. They don't care that people are dying. They don't care that people are being maimed. People focus a lot on people being just killed and crippled, which is bad enough. But you have to remember there's psychological damage as well. That's also a result of war. So you have all these, terrible, tragic things happening to human beings, to the environment. They don't care. It's all about money. It's all about money. And this is not just exclusive to the military. This is also the same with Wall Street. This is the same with Big Pharma. It's the same with the prison industry. That's a thing. Some of you, I don't know if, most of you are joining me from the US, which is great. I was shocked when I found out a long time ago when I found out that the U.S. has a prison industry that people make money from throwing people in jail. Disgusting. So just remember, these are the kinds of people who mold and who formulate America's foreign policy. I fully expect we're going to see some benefit from it. Just disgusting, really disgusting. They're so shameless. Utterly shameless.